What's going on, my Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. Welcome back to another episode of Mods Explained. This is part 3. We're going to go over critical avoidance arrows. It's going to be a lot of fun. I feel like it's making a comeback. Now, I remember way back in the day, I had so many really good critical avoidance arrows, and then I had to sell them because, your mod capacity is going to get full. And you have to just make those decisions of what to keep and what to sell. So I thought, you know what? Who's going to want a critical avoidance arrow over speed? So I sold them all. Nowadays, I think there's some kind of tweak to it that are harder to get good critical avoidance arrows with speed in the secondary. So let's talk about it. I don't want this to happen to you. Let's get a helpful comment thread started for tips and anything that I probably miss. Now also, if you're using a critical avoidance arrow on another toon, put that in the comment section. We're all here to help each other grow, and I want to know. That would be cool. All right, let's start off with, I think, we'll just do 5. We don't want to make the video too long. So these are 5 toons at Division 7 that I feel are super helpful to have a critical avoidance arrow on. All right, let's talk about Darthsion. So you're going to get her from your guild. I highly recommend working on her right away, because in my division, you will use her 95% of the time to take out bugs. There's always bugs on defense, always. Okay, so her lead, I think, is one of the best to put a critical avoidance arrow. She gets another plus 40% critical avoidance. Now, a lot of people go potency. I don't care about potency, and I'm going to talk about that. So, of course, you don't have to copy my mods. What makes your Treya good? If you guys are soloing bugs with Darthsia, maybe yours is better than mine. Let me know, guys. We're all about helping each other out, and I feel like I learned so much from the comment section. Thank you, everyone, for putting helpful tips. That's cool, and I'm growing a great SWGOH community. My link with my Discord will be in the description. Make sure you check it out. All right, so like I said, what makes your Treya good? I use a health set and 4 tenacity because she's already going to get 40% from her lead. So I want to be able to take a turn, because when I do solo with her, I don't want her to get ability blocked. I want her to be able to put isolate on the brute and then to give herself protection up. All right, so right here, isolate. I want to put this on, brute. That way I can get around the taunt and then give myself protection up. And then the next time I take a turn, their health will be so low, I can just use my basic on brute alpha, and then once he's gone, it's over. And then another great thing is that she gets critical avoidance from her relic. Like, that's awesome. 7.5%. Now, I highly recommend at least Relic 5. If you're doing it with Relic 4 or 3, that's awesome. Please let me know how you are modding your Treya. All right, so let's take a look at some mods. So critical avoidance, plus 35%. Remember, she's getting 40% from her lead. So now, when you're hitting my Treya, you're like throwing noodles at her. All right, and then of course, protection up is based off of health. I get a 10% bonus. Also, I haven't had the need to slice this. Slicing materials are rare. It takes a lot of farming to get these things. I need 50 of each one just to do it. So I'm fine. Now down here, I have tenacity. Like I said, I want her to be able to take a turn. I don't want her to get, debuffed, nothing like that. So I got tenacity. Here, you can 6-dot it. It'd be well worth it. Even though she's a support and leader, you feel like she would need that. But yes, the defense, we have found out is it helps your protection up last longer. It also, basically, it's like armor. It absorbs hit. You lose less health and protection, okay? So down here, I have protection because it has tenacity in the secondary, and I haven't had a better health circle, okay? So let's go take a look at some stats. She's at a very respectable health protection pool. Speed 212, like I said, I haven't really found the need to care about that yet. So 212 was totally fine, but look at her tenacity. So 116%. Now yes, she still does get debuffed, but there are a lot of times that Poggle cannot ability block her. So I'm able to put isolate out there. All right, let's take a look at critical avoidance. So she's at 42.5%. So remember, it does not include what she gets from her kit, her lead. So she's at 82.5% critical avoidance. That's huge. So what that means, if you have 100% critical chance, you're going to less 82.5%. So you have a very rare chance of critically hitting Treya. So she's going to last a lot longer. So the many turns that the Geos take, they just start defeating themselves and she doesn't go down. So it's like noodles hitting her. The bugs already hit like a bunch of noodles. Okay, so one last tip on the arrow. You always want to have speed in the secondary. I'd say no less than 10. You're already losing 30 speed by putting a critical avoidance arrow. We all know speed is the way of the game. So I'd say at least 10 speed or above would be great. If you can get half the speed back, that's fantastic. All right, so did anything I skipped on Treya? Definitely put it in that comment section. All right, we're going to move on to Darthsion. So they're like Darth Revan and Darth Malik, like salt and pepper. They go together. So if depending on how well the geos are modded, you could throw in Darthsion. But what do you want to have on Darthsion? You got to have defense, you got to have health, also critical avoidance on the arrow. He does not get critical avoidance from his relic. I do highly recommend the Zeta on Held by Hatred. That's what we're trying to use the defense and health for him to be able to get to Held by Hatred. When he does get that, it's basically over. He can't be defeated. It's going to hit harder. Okay, so let's take a look at some mods. It was funny looking at his face. I did a funny TikTok where you got to check it out. It's hilarious. My TikTok is also in my description. Okay, so health, because remember, when he loses health, when he goes down to 0, he's defeated. Plus you want the bonus. He's got, and then if you put the isolate on Brute and give that to Darthsion, because he's going to take all the hits for Treya, you want to have as much health as you can get. The defense, because the bugs are going to take a lot of turns. They're going to go, hit. So he's got to have enough defense to survive, to keep that protection up lasting longer. Okay, so you definitely want to always 6-dot the defense on your tank. I want him to be able to take those hits. Okay, down here, I do have protection because I don't have a better health. Okay, all right, down here, I have protection. Like I said, I don't care about him really getting stunned or billy blocked. I need him to survive. He needs as much survivability as he can to be able. We're just trying to get him to Held by Hatred. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, I did have something different. I had critical damage, I had critical chance, and he would die because he wasn't thick enough. Okay, and up here, I have the health. I haven't 6-dotted because, like I said, I haven't had the need to do that. And then up here, I haven't had the need to 6-dot this as well. This combo right here with Darthsion and Treya easily takes out bugs. If I need to add in a tank or something like that, I can do that. All right. So anything I missed about Scion, you guys, what are you doing with your Scion? I think defense and health does very well for Darthsion. Like I said, you're just trying to get to Held by Hatred. All right. Jolie, another person I feel like is great to have critical avoidance arrow on. I also used that when I was coming up. Now I do have speed. Okay, because a couple of things. Don't interrupt me. Jolie has plus 100% tenacity. And then he gains bonus critical avoidance equal to half of his tenacity. That's why I always say try to get a lot of tenacity on Jolie. A lot of tenacity and health. That's why you see a tenacity set and then a health set. Okay, so let's go over his mods. Of course, he hits like a noodle, so you'd never want a 6-dot or need to have a 6-dot square on Jolie, unless it had some amazing secondaries and you just wanted to power those up. And then here in the diamond, defense, highly recommend a 6-dotted diamond for Jolie. Like I said, I'm saving my slicing materials. I got JKL coming up. So definitely, because remember, the thicker Jolie gets, the more tenacity, the more thickness, the more health. He is going to be a pain to get through your Jedi Knight Revan squad. He is the key to keeping them alive. All right, down here, you got to go health. He does a lot of things where it's off of his based max health. And then here, I have protection because it's just a great mod. I don't have a better health at the moment, but I would probably put health here. Okay, here, health as well. I have seen it maxed out defense here and maxed out defense on the diamond. That would probably be acceptable as well because, like I said, it just makes him really thick. It makes his harder to take him out. And then up here, critical avoidance would be great just because he's going to get so much critical avoidance from having so much tenacity. It just makes your Jolie so hard to take out. So if you ever wonder, like when you're hitting Jolie's, like, man, what is going on? Like, why is he not, losing health and protection? It's because he has a critical avoidance arrow. 9 out of 10 times, I can guarantee you that. But if you had a critical avoidance with like 15, to like 20 speed, ooh, that would be golden for Jolie. That would be amazing. All right. So tenacity. Remember, he gets 100% from his kit, so he's at 166% tenacity. My Jolie very rarely, like a unicorn, gets debuffed. And then remember, he's getting half of that of critical avoidance. So with the critical avoidance arrow, he would be over 100% critical avoidance. That would be crazy. All right. That'd be like literally noodles hitting him. Okay. So let's go on to Enfys Nest. Enfys Nest is another toon I highly recommend getting while you're coming up, because she would be like your only relic. You don't have to relic anyone else. You don't have to go down some path and raise your galactic power. You just got to get the fleet 5D hard, and you're going to get there anyways. She gets now 2 shard drops in there. Yes, the gear farming is going to drive you insane. Like, almost made me quit working on her, but she's highly worth it. In Division 7, there's always trash on the back wall. Now with the nerf with GL taking out a GL, it might shift. I can't wait to find out how I use her. But there's always trash, and she is high banners. You got to get her to at least Relic 4. She does not get any critical avoidance from her relics, which I totally agree. And she would be super OP, and she's already OP. You got to have all tenacity mods, because my tenacity is at 167%, and she still gets debuffed. You got to have all tenacity mods, but critical avoidance on the arrow. So the thing with Enfys Nest is she's so invincible. And when you start hitting her, she gets stronger and stronger and stronger. You can't take her out until she takes a turn. When she takes a turn, she loses all her protection up. That's why in the videos you see for counters, they wait for you to say, wait till she takes a turn, and then you have to be able to take her out on one hit. So with the critical avoidance arrow, probably 8 out of 10 times can guarantee they're not going to one-shot Nest. So you got to get that high up. Now, I haven't had to 6-dotted, of course, because she does not die. I'm not taking my Enfys Nest against, a Padme squad at Relic 4. Definitely not. But always, for trash, watch. When you get to Division 7, everyone in the comment section agree that you're putting some kind of garbage that Enfys Nest can solo. Ewoks are always on defense. Phoenix sometimes is on defense. Old Republic is on defense. Soloed by Enfys Nest. Okay, if you mod her correctly, of course. Critical damage, because she does do a lot of damage. Maybe you have a Relic 3 that has a health here. You can put health maxed out, because remember, she needs the health. I have health here. I have tenacity. You're going to put a tenacity cross. It has to be tenacity cross. Okay, but this show is more about critical avoidance. So she is fantastic for a critical avoidance arrow. All right, now let's go over to Hunter. Now, of course, I haven't had, I do have them level 85. I have all their Zetas. They're all maxed out, but they're only 4 stars, and they're only like Gear 9, Gear 10. They're definitely not viable. But I have used them for backwall trash with Shock T lead. That's amazing. But right there in the lead ability. So while Bad Batch allies have evasion up, they have plus 50% critical avoidance. So critical arrows, they got to have high speed in the secondary, would be great for the Bad Batch. It'd be like noodles hitting them. That'd be amazing. All right, so I hope this video was super helpful. Like I said, put something in that comment section. I love to hear things about what you're using, how you're modding. We are all here to help each other grow. All right, guys, keep sithing. Until next roster review, Darth Kimchi signing out.